All right, so now we're going to talk about our car travel tips and tricks. So first and foremost, we have to focus on our posture. We got to make sure that our backside slid all the way to the back of the seat. We got to make sure that we got some kind of lumbar support back there, whether that's a rolled up towel, whether your car has a built-in lumbar support. You got to make sure something's here to protect that low back. Okay. Once the body is shifted back to the back of the seat, make sure the shoulder blades touch the back seat as well. And then we want to really only focus on making sure that the headrest is also touching the back of the head. We want to make sure that we're not driving like this. We got to see if we can kind of keep the head and everything in a nice neutral line. We also want to focus on where our arms are when we're driving. So the old adage of the 10 and 2, we feel like it's kind of outdated, because you got to think when you're 10 and 2, the shoulders are kind of elevated. You kind of have all this activated. So we want to focus on keeping our shoulders relaxed. We want to see if we can bring our arms down. That's why we have armrests most of the time on both sides. The door typically has armrests as well as your center console. And you can just kind of rest your arms there. The hands will mostly hold like a 4 and 8 range, where when you're holding here, you're just nice and relaxed. There's no shoulders in the ears. You're just nice and relaxed. The arms are kind of relaxed, as well as these muscles are just kind of at ease. So you also want to focus on making sure that we stop every couple hours. 2 hours, I would probably say, is max. Every hour and a half, 2 hours, I would definitely get out. I would move around, walk, do some light stretching, something to kind of loosen the body up. Typically, car driving will create a lot of stiffness and tightness if we're not moving enough. So we want to make sure that we're stopping, taking breaks, as well as, last but not least, we want to see if we can kind of change the angle of the car seat. We want to make sure that backrest, if you start here for about 30 minutes, move it about 5 degrees. And when you do that, it actually shifts the forces on the body, and you feel the muscles kind of shift a little bit and change. So you're not having one muscle the entire time contracted, because it's kind of changing the weight and distributing the weight differently when you do change that seat. So those are just our tips and tricks for car travel.